Okay, let's talk about why we don't need to be using a hip thrust bar pad, but also why it's so commonly used when we are doing a back squat. The biggest reason as to why I see someone using a hip thrust bar pad is because they place the bar on their shoulders and therefore that bar is resting on the bone of their neck. And so of course that creates a lot of pain and we want to relieve that pain, and so we use a hip thrust bar pad. But really, if our bar is resting on our shoulders and creating pain on our neck, it's because our bar is too high. Our bar is not in proper alignment. And let's look at how that alignment makes a difference in our squat. It's a common complaint with back squats that we feel pressure and tension in our lower back when we're doing back squats. And I want you to see why that is. So on the right, my bar is high. I'm using a hip thrust bar pad. Take a look at my lower back. On the left, I'm not using a hip thrust bar pad. My bar is a little lower. It's on my back. Take a look at my lower back. Okay. On the right, because my bar is so high, the bar is not in proper placement. I have to arch my back. My back has to hyperextend. I'm not able to keep my core braced, and this is putting my lower back in jeopardy. Okay, your lower back is never meant to take the brunt of the weight. Your legs and your hips are supposed to take the brunt of the weight. Whereas on the left, as you can see, I'm able to keep my core braced, therefore lifting safer as a result. Let's take a look from the back angle, okay? If you'll notice on the right, I have no hip thrust bar pad. Look at how much deeper I'm able to get in my squat. The deeper the squat, the more we are lengthening our glutes, we're lengthening those quads, and therefore the more muscle we are using to complete each and every squat. But when the bar is too high on the left, I'm not able to get as deep because the bar is preventing me from getting to full range of motion. Whereas when the bar is in proper placement on the right, I'm able to get a deeper squat and therefore get more out of each rep. So when we lower the bar a tiny little bit, we are preventing our need to use a hip thrust bar pad because there is steel on bone, right? We're not trying to rest that bar on our shoulders, on our neck bone. As you can see when I'm standing, you can see the bottom of my neck bone. You can see the top of my shoulders. So we want the bar to be just a tiny bit lower on our back. And in doing so, not only are we able to get a deeper squat, so getting more out of each rep, we're able to brace our core and protect our lower back so that our lower back doesn't have to take over. So, therefore, we're being a lot safer while also lifting to our maximum potential. A simple form cue to keep in mind when you're doing a back squat is you want that bar to track over your ankles. Okay. So if you're drawing a line straight up from your ankles, it should touch that bar. Okay. That's your bar path. But as you'll notice on the right hand side, when my bar is too high, I'm unable to maintain that bar path over my ankles. Okay. That bar is in front of my ankles. I can't keep that bar over my ankles because that bar is too high. It's not in proper alignment. So it does matter to make sure that we are placing the bar in proper alignment because we're going to be able to have a better squat. We're recruiting the right muscles, we're protecting our lower back, and we're going to be able to lift heavier safely over time as a result. A back squat is a fantastic full body compound movement. We are using our core, we are using our hips, we are using our legs, we are stabilizing. A whole lot is happening, okay? However, if that bar is not in the proper alignment, we are actually causing more issues than we are gaining benefit. So let's make sure that the bar is in proper alignment so we can get full range of motion, gaining the full maximum benefit while also reducing our risk of injury as we lift heavier over time.